right. Yeah. Well, I'm good to go from whenever you are. Let's do this.
Welcome back to Podcast the Hero. This episode is brought to you by fucking Cornbot. It's like Poshmarks, but for corn. Like, you pick it out of your shit and you put it up online, and nobody buys it. That's the same thing with Poshmarks. Too expensive. And it's fucking shit it's corn from your shit. That's Cornbot. That's what it's worth.
This episode is also brought to you by our patrons. And here's the fucking list. Dimitri Sack. I don't know. I want to know what a Dimitri Sack is.
Sounds nice.
Yeah. Maddie G, Allie. Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure I got the right list. Benjamin, Taylor, Dave the Film Guy, Jake, Bob, Josh, In Steven Exposure, Progtoff, Fee or Phi or Foe or Fum. I smell the blood of a butthole rat.
That's a good name.
Julia, Red Leather, Yellow Leather, Unique New York. The Fat Brown Kid, our t-shirt giveaway winner, Foolish Bale. The next section has been brought to you by Fritzy's Family Friendly Foot and Fart Factory, now with 50% more farts. Red Boss Blackwood, Yes I'd Be a Newfoundlander by Spitgoth Yo, absolutely the best podcast, a work in progress. Roadies, Road Raging Rodent, Sebastodon. I saw an echidna penis the other day, and I kind of liked it. Anyway, now back to the patrons. I Swallow Cum, Source the Odd is the result of a spray fart, come to New Brunswick. Rob the Anti-Human, Peggy Throw Green Street, the manager at Anthony Kiedis' local Denny's, 23 Hamsters, Fire Fee, AE Common Thread, the Pink Dink who took a drink from the sink, Zane, Rhodey Loves My Dink, This Podcast Smells Like a Two-Time Butthole Rat, Deconomus, Scouty got a hold of Mommy's credit card and now has a Patreon sub to the pod, but was actually looking for Patreon. Zach, The Final Dan, Cage Pandas, Cornman, Jeffrey, Mason, TBJ, Yuri, Fruit, Ashwin, and High Tops.
Whoo! That's the list.
Wow.
That is the list.
Today we have a very special guest. My friend, Tattoo Especiato. That's a word.
Especiato?
Stranger to Fritzy. That is Frank, the Jesuit, Porco Rosso.
Oh,
How you doing,
so
Frank?
much. I'm doing wonderful. Now that I'm here with you guys, I was on a big adventure today to find my charger to make this happen.
Yeah, thank you
Sounds
for doing that.
like
You really
nothing.
didn't have to.
Well, listen, I wanted to make sure it was a good show.
Everybody knows a computer charger is extremely overpriced.
So you're telling me I didn't know that till I got there.
You didn't know that?
No, I thought, maybe there's some bargain bin or something with an Apple charger in it. And the guy goes, do you want the cable with it? I go, yeah, it's in the box. He goes, no, not with Apple.
Oh,
So
you just
I said,
so it was
okay,
just
you know what?
you had to buy the brick and the cable
Just
separate?
no, just the brick. And then here I am texting Rhodey like, I'm gonna make it to the pod. But I made it, so everything's good.
It's not live. We would have waited all night.
Yeah, all night.
I thought it was live, so I'm like, I'm doing like 140 through school zones. That ain't good. So luckily I didn't get caught. But anyway, I made it, and we're doing some good things tonight. So let's do it.
Yeah. So first question, right out the gates.
Okay.
Oh, you got some questions?
Fritzy,
Okay.
Lots.
we got tons of questions.
Okay, give me. Come on, let's do it.
Are you now, or have you ever been a Jesuit?
Well, I get this question a lot.
I thought you might.
Well,
And I'm sick of you dancing around it. Okay, answer.
listen. I've dabbled in as a Jesuitian for years, but I'm no longer.
Husbandry.
Yeah, I've gotten out of the cult.
Do you know what a Jesuit is?
No, you know what? You came in one day to the shop and you explained to me that you were reading some reviews to a specific place, and I don't think I could say. And
Yeah, it's the Thermea Spa in Whitby.
right,
It gave a
let's
bunch of
just
people.
let that
What
Well,
did it give people? It
some
gave people
diseases.
like a bacteria, like a skin-eating bacteria.
Yes. And one guy in the review said it's all because of the Jesuits.
Yeah, it's run by Jesuits.
You know, and he lives beside the spa and hears them dancing and singing to their tunes and cult stuff. So
yeah,
you
when we
told
looked
me that.
up. I was like, yeah. Well, we were just reading the comments, and then this guy was firing off about how they're Jesuits.
Yeah.
And I honestly thought that it was derogatory when I first heard it. The way he was using it made it sound like it was a really bad thing to be a Jesuit. It's just like some fucking
Probably fine.
higher order within Catholicism.
The Catholic Church, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a Catholic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So
I think
Like,
he
There-
thought he
there's-
was being anti-Semitic or something like that, but he wasn't.
I don't
like
know.
the private school near my house growing up was just called Jesuit. It was like the Catholic school. It was just called Jesuit High School.
Maybe that's where they're from because
Probably.
the
Probably
pools were just filthy, according to the reviews.
Filthy fucking Jesuits.
Yeah. But anyway, I'd like
It
to
sounds
take a
terrible.
peek there. Well, you know what they say. It's like after a disaster, it's the best time to go visit a country. Yeah, so what's the same
So-
for a pool, right? Anyway, so yes,
Let's
I
get
do
into it.
dabble
Yeah. And your last name literally translates
to
to
pig.
pig.
Like
Frank,
that.
I've known you for years. I didn't know your last name was Porco.
Okay, we didn't have to add that. No, I'm just kidding.
Did I say it bad? Did I say
No,
it
you
bad?
said it great. You said it great. Yeah, it's. I don't know if it specifically translates to pig, but I'm sure it does. So, I don't know.
My Italian friends in Destrage, that band, have you ever heard of them?
Yeah, yep.
Lovely fellas from fucking Rome.
Mm-hmm.
They taught me all the ways to swear wonderfully in Italy, and a lot of it was just like Porco Dio, God is a pig, Porco Madonna.
Well, so I was trying to pretend that I didn't know, but yes, it is true. So the thing is, it's okay if you bring it up. It's fine. Yes, it does mean that. However, it's like Smith down in Italy. So
To your family were...
it's embarrassing here, not so much over there.
So, but like the Smiths were like blacksmiths, and like they worked
Okay,
with
not as
metal.
cool. Pig farmers and stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
for sure.
pig farmers.
Yeah.
I thought maybe
Peasants,
they were just
as they say.
prancing around around Rome on all fours, rolling in.
I don't think we did anything cool. So no, that's okay. Hey, I was born this way. You know, I got to live with it now. There's nothing I
Yeah.
can do about it. So
Pigs are actually way smarter than dogs, too.
Well,
so
yeah,
And tastier.
yeah.
there you go.
Much tastier than dogs.
Very.
You
delicious.
don't know that for a fact. You know that pigs are good.
Eating the dogs, eh?
Um,
Don't make me bust
I
out my Trump impression.
I assume you only do tribal and barbed wire armband tattoos.
Oh,
Is that true?
Hopping into the tattooing. Go
well,
with it.
here's the thing. Yeah, we're just going right into. Listen,
Sorry, I just
No.
I just want to understand who I'm talking to.
no, that's totally
So
fine.
tribal and barbed wire armband tattoos.
Funny
most
enough.
popular tattoo, very much in style right now. I assume that's all you do all day long.
No. Actually, no. Maybe the people you hang out with, all the musical people, they
I
like
mean,
a
I
good
have,
barbed
like,
wire.
I have
Yeah.
like 9 or 10
Barbed wires?
different barbed wires, just
Ooh.
all lined up. I
Yeah,
just
and they
every
lead to a
every
single nautical
couple
star.
of months.
It's a work in progress.
Every couple of months, I'm like, oof, I need another barbed wire.
I've never done a
armband
barbed
tattoo.
wire like wraparound, like what you're talking about. I've done a lot of tribal, and it's actually very a lot more difficult than people think. Because
Tribal is a thing that happens
yeah,
now?
it's still it still does for sure. Not as big.
Whoa.
Like people would get like full sleeves of tribal. Not
Yeah,
as
yeah.
big, but people like to incorporate tribal in a lot of different designs. It's still, I mean, all it is just a bunch of black triangles, really. But
Sure.
it seems easy, but it's not. When you're packing that black into someone's skin, it is not good. It is very difficult. So it's skillful. It's a skillful art form to be a tribal artist. But
I thought
I
cyber
don't see it as much
sigilism
anymore.
was the new. I thought
Well, that's
cyber
hard too,
sigilism
but-
was kind of the new tribal. You know what I mean? Like
the geometric stuff and all that.
it's like that. All the just like splatter, fucking Jackson Pollock looking.
Honestly,
shit,
I think
you
right
know?
now things have changed so much. I mean, the TikTok has kind of, I don't want to say ruined tattooing in a way, but it's definitely making us look a little more like our jobs are easy. So we're getting a lot of people that are, you know, either coming in with really crappy stuff, being like, "Can you fix this?" Because this guy on TikTok did it for me. Yeah, like kids are just buying stuff and doing it. So, or
they're buying like Amazon fucking guns and fucking themselves up.
Yeah, some Chinese like tattoo kit and just So it's good business for us, I guess. But some people want them to look that way too. So we have people who come in being like, "Make sure the lines aren't that good." And I swear.
Make sure you forget everything you know.
Yeah. Go back to your apprenticeship and tattoo this tribal on me. And it's very true. So, it's tough. It's a different world now. Different world. Everybody and their mom's a tattoo artist. So it's getting a little more saturated right now. But
which is kind of a tattoo joke because you saturate the colors.
Okay.
So Greg, how did you get your start?
How to get my start?
How did you get your start in tattooing?
So I was actually, this is going to be the most lamest answer to all of this crap right here, but it literally is. I was watching Miami Ink one night.
TikTok. You were watching TikToks.
Just
went, I could do this.
Before the internet.
You were watching TikToks just 2 months ago.
No. Yeah. And I thought to myself,
I went online, I bought a Chinese tattoo kit, and here I am.
Myself up.
Yes.
It was just a COVID hobby.
How hard can it be, as they say? So, no, I was watching Miami Ink, and I just liked the show, and I was just watching it all the time. Like, this shit is cool. And then Kat Von D showed up and started doing portraits, and I was like, whoa, you can get like all that detail? And like, okay, that blows my mind. So I was really into it. So I would buy the tattoo magazines looking more into it, and I would trace the drawings and try to copy them, do things like that. And then one day I was in a high school, I think it was grade 9 or 10, and some girl had a tattoo on her, and I kind of just was like, well, I might have just been hitting on her, but I was like, yo, that's a great tattoo you have there. Where'd you get that? She goes, I got it in some place in Whitby. And she's like, actually, there's a tattoo convention this weekend if you want to come. And I was like, okay. And I went, and ever since then, I was like, I have to do this. Like, I have to. So I just started, like,
knew this. You knew this person previously, or you met this girl on the street and were like, "That's a cool tattoo," and she was like, "Come to a convention in my class with me."
We're still friends. We don't talk as much anymore, but we are still friends to this day. I actually saw her the other day, and she has a lot more tattoos than she did when I met her. But I was like, "Yeah, that is so cool!" Like, because I saw them on TV, but I never really saw they. Not like today when you go to a high school, everyone's covered. Not that I go to high schools often. But
I spent a lot of time.
Well, I have to stay a few meters away.
But you probably go there a bit based on the way you just said all that.
No, but back then it just wasn't a thing. Like, it was very frowned upon. So just to ask, like,
what, going and waiting outside of high schools?
Yeah,
no, that's fine. You can do that.
Still is, dude.
No,
going to high school as a grown man.
No one's doing that. But so what was I saying? Oh. So I went to the convention, and I was like, man, I just really got to do this. And that was the start of just the downfall my poor parents had to deal with, because I was like 14, 15 years old, well, maybe a little older, talking about that and just going to these shows and hanging out with people that are just like, even now, like, everyone has tattoos, like I just said. And back then, it was only like crazy people. So like, when you're going to these conventions, you're hanging out with some whack jobs. It's the truth. Like, it was just, it was a different vibe. Yeah.
Bonkers.
They are crazy. Yeah.
We prefer the term bonkers.
2013.
Yeah. And now everybody and their mother is an artist and this and that. But so I was just hooked. And then I could tell you the whole damn story about the rest of it, but it eventually led to an apprenticeship. And then I don't know. I just kept rolling. And now we have a shop of our own, and we're killing it, and we're doing really well. So,
yeah, you really are.
Have you ever met a tattooist that doesn't have tattoos?
Yeah, that was me at one point, actually. Yeah.
When
Remember
I first
that?
met you, you didn't have. I don't think you had any. Maybe
I had a
one
couple
toe.
hidden ones like on my back and stuff, but I didn't. That's about it. And the only reason I didn't get them when I started was because, which I don't know. Me personally, I don't think it matters. But now that I've gotten a few more, I was like, okay, it kind of does matter because you kind of need to know what you're doing to people and what it feels like and things like that. But at the time, I didn't think it mattered.
That episode of Family Guy where that guy stabs himself and he goes, "Is this what I've been doing to people?"
Literally, when you get one yourself, you're like, why do people pay me for this? This is ridiculous. But you realize quickly, like, okay, now I know not to do certain techniques this way because it does hurt because I felt it myself. And so be more gentle. But yeah, so there is people that do have either very minimal tattoos, hidden, or none at all. And yeah, I say it's up.
I just wonder about the tattooist. It's like, nah, I don't have any tattoo. I'm afraid of needles.
Well,
terrified of needles.
There's some people that do it for religious reasons as well. There's a guy I know. Well, I don't know him, but I follow him. Oh man, I wish I could shout him out, but I don't know.
Is he in high school?
No, he was on a lot of shows.
Do you follow him to his high school?
No, he's old enough.
Shout him out.
That's gonna haunt me forever.
Oh yeah.
Nobody.
I don't go to high schools, allegedly,
except the police.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's going to high schools. Yeah, so he has no tattoos just because he's Jewish, and he's not allowed to get them, is what he says. So,
well, it's true. Yeah. You won't get into heaven.
Yeah, so he's like, I really enjoy doing it to others and creating art and stuff, but I'm just not going to do it. So, I respect that.
I thought that was always about the numbers that Jewish people had tattooed on them during the Holocaust.
It could be. I have to look that up.
Get tattoos because we were tattooed against our will.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a good point. It might be something along those lines. I just remember him saying, just for like religious reasons and stuff, he just is not supposed to do it.
I mean, that would technically be a religious reason.
Yeah. Maybe. We got to look that up.
I make stuff up all the time.
That might no, you are right. That might have to do something with that. Maybe just to not bring back all that. But
it could be both.
I don't know. Yeah. But so anyway, there are people that do that kind of stuff. Don't. But
that's funny that Fritzy asked you that question because I didn't tell him. I have not told him that.
Really?
What?
That Frank didn't have any tattoos or minimal tattoos.
Yeah.
Oh. No.
Did you feel like pressured?
I just was curious. I mean, I saw the tattoo on your arm. I just assumed.
Yeah, now I have like a few of them, my legs and stuff. I went like 2 years ago or a year ago, last year. This year I actually didn't even get. Oh yeah, I got one this year. I just went kind of ham one because, as Rody was just saying, I felt really pressured. I felt actually super embarrassed. I would wear like long sleeves a lot because I just didn't want to be pressured into doing something. So as I forgot to mention before, the reason why I didn't do it was because the place I worked at, I don't know, it felt like they were trying to like change me and like make me get stuff just for the sake of like, you got to look like us. So let's just, I don't know, I'll do it for you. And it's like, I don't like your art. So it's like, I don't know. I just wanted to wait till it was something that I was, I'm glad I waited because I did my research. I got really good stuff from people that I admire and I'm excited about and it inspires me. And yeah. So, but I did feel very pressured. I would wear long sleeves at conventions and stuff yeah. So
you should have got some of those tattoo sleeves.
I should have, honestly.
No one would ever have known.
No one would know.
They do
I got this tattooed on my leg.
What do you got? Oh, really?
That's Rody eating my head as a turkey leg.
And that's the podcast
Rody,
picture, isn't
he got that done in your shop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So did I not?
So that's why I was saying you guys don't know each other.
You probably did. We probably did meet there.
Hold on a second.
You must have met one another. No,
was I not there that day? I don't know.
I came into the shop that day.
You were there.
Me and my buddy, also Frank, came in and got tattoos together.
I gotta think about that because hold on a second. Was that at the old shop?
No, it's at the current shop.
The new one. Okay. Well, maybe I wasn't there because I would have recognized you. I usually am pretty good at recognizing people. I tried.
Sorry,
Well,
I'm not. I have a horrible memory.
Really?
I
Yeah,
don't
in your
remember
defense,
faces.
Fritzy didn't recognize you either. When you came into the chat, I said, "Have you guys met?" And you guys
No,
were
we never
both
met.
like, "No,
We never met.
And I was like,
I think I saw you at a high school once, but
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
just
I was standing at the other end of the fence.
Yeah, it would have had to be
Oh.
like the inverse situation. Fritzy's like a billion, dude.
Yeah, I'm old.
Yeah,
I'm an old man.
Then I definitely didn't see you there. But no,
But he would travel
that's cool. Oh, he would.
for sweet. He would travel for sweet high school full of
Oh
hotties.
yeah.
I would never go back to high school. That's not
I'm
sound
always
good.
checking out the high school hockey players. They're my favorite.
Ooh. Well, that's cool. I like that.
Your
tattoo,
shop.
by the
Your
way.
shop is the first place that I ever learned about Sanoderm.
And did you like it, or were you a little?
I liked it very, very
Okay,
much.
good. Yeah,
I liked it so much I bought some of my own.
Yes, you can do that. I usually ask people, do you like it or do you not like it? And for those who don't know, it's like a second skin. It's like kind of like a tape that goes on.
Wonderful.
It's delicious. You get
Game
to,
changing.
Oh yeah, you get to leave that thing on for a week, and then when you peel it off, it
Like
speeds
the-
up the healing
the
so
itchies.
fast.
Oh yeah, your tattoo's like
you
most
don't
of the way
get the
healed.
itchies.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's awesome.
no itching, no burning, no nothing, and
It's the best.
I mean,
I'm so mad
Yeah.
that I didn't know about it before.
you know what? There's still places that are like, no, we don't do that here because we want to keep it old school. And there's like this divide in the industry right now. It's like, don't tell the secrets, gatekeepy olds. I'm sure there's that in music. I'm sure where there's those people that don't share their knowledge.
Well, it's not that they don't share their knowledge. It's that they're like, I would say, very opposed to the way that things are changing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I mean,
similar to us. Yeah,
Resistant to any kind of
right.
technological advance.
Well, it's like when you come in, you hear the buzzing of a machine. There's a lot of places now that don't have that because
Yeah.
the new technology is so quiet and so like lightweight that we don't have that anymore. And people think that we're
true.
like, oh, what's wrong with your machine? It's like, well, it's nothing. It's the same thing. It's just the
Just doesn't
technology.
have coils, right?
is
Is that
better.
what it's called? Coils?
Yeah. So the coils are in the battery, not batteries, but the coils are non-existent. It's just on a rotary. So it's like the needle is rotating on like a wheel versus the
Okay.
two coils that like spark.
So could you show me how the coils go again?
I hope that.
So how do you like your milk? Do you like it right from the teat? Do you like to
Is this a
drink milk
question?
right from the teat?
I didn't do this. I was.
When you did the coils, you went like this,
Did I?
The coils.
like two dicks.
No, I didn't do that. Did I? Okay. This is gonna. You know what? If I get canceled because of this podcast,
Listen,
It's
again,
over.
nobody but the police listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay,
If
good.
we haven't been canceled yet, you're fine.
okay, good.
Also, what's the big problem with jerking off two little dicks?
Nothing. It's a consensual thing.
100%.
Yeah, the cow asked
You would
for
be
it.
hard pressed to have. You would be hard pressed to line up two dicks that close. I
Oh,
think
dicks! I thought we were talking about milk.
we were talking about milk. My
Okay.
bad.
Okay. Now we're okay. Well, yes, it would be unfortunate for the
This
dicks.
And this is why when people at my job, my day job, are like, "Oh, what's your podcast?" I'm like,
No. Yeah.
you don't want it. I promise you."
Well, that's
This is
probably
not for
why
you.
everyone but the police. You got to spread the news.
Oh, I can't.
Well, yeah, I can't. I had a child at the park the other day tell me that they searched my name on YouTube, and I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
don't! I'm out here just being like, how do you get the guys in the position to jerk their dicks like that?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the bit on Silicon Valley where they're like, if you line up two dudes and like each one is like that, and they were trying to figure out how many dudes you could jerk off in a certain amount of time.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't watch that.
I've never seen television.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
That's the kind of TV I always watch.
Really? That's
Yeah, that's my favorite.
beautiful. I love that. You do you.
So, Frank,
Yes.
it seems like your artistic influences may venture outside that of just tattooing. I know tattooing
Yeah.
and the art therein is quite vast and it runs
Sure.
the gamut. There's tons of different fucking shit. But it seems like to me that you have influences
Well,
beyond that?
Yeah, so right now, like I said, the tattoo industry has changed so much that I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to. It's so difficult. I'll be straight up and honest with people. It's been a very slow couple of years. When COVID hit, it was popping off. And then all of a sudden, it's like the inflation is so bad in this country, and probably everywhere else, that it's just unaffordable to get tattooed. Well, it's not unaffordable. It's just, what do you rather do? Get tattooed or get groceries? Because that's really what it's come down to in this country. So I'm not going to get political, but that's pretty much what we're dealing with right now. So in order to be to stand out more and to push your business and stuff, you have to start doing other ventures. It's pretty much the only way I believe. And that's why those old school guys get kind of pissed off when I talk about this, because it's like, no, that tattooing used to be amazing and used to be great. And look, you guys ruined it. And instead of being upset about that, because I do agree to some extent, I'm going to be positive about it and try to use my platform and stuff to push it in other directions so that I can stay and do what I love to do without having to friggin', worry all the time. So, that being said, social media is a huge thing in the tattoo industry now. And, it used to be you post a tattoo and everybody knows who you are and you become big and you get bookings. Now that doesn't work anymore. You have to be somewhat of an influencer, somewhat of a YouTuber, somewhat of a something. So I'm going to start my own YouTube channel. Actually, this house, it doesn't even have water in it yet. I literally just got internet today, set this house up for this podcast. Didn't build it for this podcast, but, so imagine I did that too.
I bought the house.
It
doesn't have water.
Hopefully it sells tomorrow.
You could be technically sitting in a field with just like one wall behind you.
If I move this camera this way, you're just going to see corn. So and that's one of our sponsors today.
That's right, Cornbot.
Yes,
a Cornbot. Yeah.
So what was I going to say? So so I am going to start a YouTube channel. That's why I'm waiting for this house to be finished, because I've set it up in a way where it's almost like it's kind of lame. I'm in my 30s, but it's like, this is the influencer house, baby. So we're ready. We're going to get ready to make some cool videos and YouTube stuff. So that way you guys can see more of my process, more of my painting, more of my creativeness, instead of just posting tattoos all the time. It just doesn't do the job anymore. And people want to see the face behind the art. So there's going to be a lot of that coming up.
Connection, right?
For sure.
Connection.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes you book a tattoo, you walk into the place and you're like, I don't even know what this guy looks like. I just follow his work online. I don't even know what he looks like. I don't even know if he's nice. And if I could show that online, I think that's going to help a lot as well. So,
I think that helps for sure, because I think a lot of people, when they walk into a tattoo shop, find it fucking intimidating, right?
For sure.
I know that it's certainly how I felt walking into tattoo shops the first handful of times, being what am I going to run into? Am I going to meet a bunch of old, scary fucking dudes? And it's like, first of all, I don't think it's like that very often at all. And if it is like that, you should probably turn tail and run. Yeah. But it is... what is nice about Chase the Glory, your shop, is that...
Whoa.
Oh, my God. Against the grain.
But you know what?
Listen, all these shops have stupid fucking names.
They are dumb. Let me tell you something, though. It's okay that you said that, because I feel like we helped make that place just as comfortable as we do Against the Grain. Because if you go to the reviews, and I'm not talking crap about anybody, it does say a lot about me and Josh, and or Josh. As
soon as it came out of my mouth, I knew I fucked up.
That's okay.
So for the listeners,
right.
Josh and Frank, Josh and Frank used to work at a shop in Brooklyn called Chase the Glory.
Yeah. A great place. Nothing against it.
It is still a great shop.
Of course.
And they opened their own shop called Against the Grain, and I am a fucking moron.
Right. So because we knew Rhodey back in the day.
He said right. So
not about the moron
Rhodey's
part.
A fucking moron.
But the rest of it. Okay. We knew Rhodey back in the day from that shop. And you know what's hilarious? Our pal Nolan that actually works with us is only tattooing because of you. Did he ever tell you that?
I think so, but please tell the story.
Well, I'll tell it quickly. You were getting a tattoo from Josh. I think you were getting your chest done, and you wrote "getting a boob job." I think you
Yeah.
wrote that because that's your
Yeah,
silly
something
humor. And he loves Protest the Hero. He's huge fan. And he plays in a bunch of bands and stuff too. So he saw it and he goes, well, I'm gonna go to that guy because Rhodey went to that guy. And he became a very good client of ours. And then one thing led to the next, and now he's tattooing with us. And he's, he was an aspiring artist, and we had no clue, and we would never have any clue if you didn't get your boob job. So there you go.
If I didn't get my little titty job.
Right. There you go.
But yeah. So what I was trying to say before I misspoke.
It's intimidating. Yes.
It can be intimidating, but that is part of what is very nice about Against the Grain is when you walk in there, it's like, I don't want to say you guys aren't like other tattoo artists, because you are. Like, you do great fucking stuff.
No, I agree with you.
There is no intimidating bullshit that goes on.
I think we value that a lot because it's funny because even I think I was talking to Ian the other day about that. Shout out to Ian, Grandpappy Tattoos. Good segue. We were talking about that. He did a devil for you. He just went to California right before he did that, or after he did that devil for you. Great kid. But I was telling him the other day, like, he goes, this place is something special about it, and I can't quite pinpoint it. And I was like, I think it's the way we talk to people, the way we joke around with people. We're not just come over here, sit down, get your tattoo, go away. It's a lot more than that. We make it more of like I know you personally as just like, when you walk in the door, I say, is that the guy from Billy Talent? I right away say that, and people hate it. And they told me today when I left, don't go on there and say anything about Billy Talent.
You have to.
Well,
one of my favorite things that's
I got confused. I thought I thought you were the guy from Billy Talent. Anyway,
I know. I look just like the guitarist.
Well, you had an eraser haircut.
My hair.
Yeah. I mean,
honestly,
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't know who you were the first time I met you.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Josh is like, yeah, he loved Protest as well, and I don't listen to that. I listen to freaking Nicki Minaj and Drake and stuff.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say Drake.
My boy, shout out to Drizzy Drake. He's in hiding, but we're gonna get him out of it.
Yeah, because of the pedophilia stuff.
Well, that's not what I was saying. I was more the beef, but that guy really goes to high schools.
Yeah.
You want to talk about canceled? It's alleged. It's alleged. But
it's alleged. Okay.
Yeah, he's probably not. It's probably not going to last longer. If he's hanging out with Diddy, oof, it's over for him. But anyway, let's not talk about that. But I didn't know that you were in any sort of band. I just thought you were a funny guy. So I just treated you.
I remember.
normal.
Yeah, the first time I came in there,
Like,
I
who the hell is
received a
this
message. I received a message from my friend who runs Machete Premium Cuts, and he was like, "Yo, there's a tattoo shop
Adam?
right around you." Yeah, and he was like,
Yep.
he's like, "You should go in there and say hello to the dudes." And I went in and was like, "Hey, what's up?" And then it was just like, I don't know. Josh tattooed me. I fucking loved it right away, and you and I hit it off, and I was like, "This is sick."
Oh, I love joking around with you, man. It's fun. And that's the thing, and that's not just you. Like my point with all this was we do treat everybody that way. Oh, it is just you. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, wait.
I've seen you guys with
I feel
other
like
people.
when I was there, everybody was like real standoffish.
Yeah, we don't care about
who the fuck is this guy. And then when Rhodey walked in,
it's like, oh, Billy Talent.
Everybody just ignored me like halfway through my tattoo, like just stopped.
Is that the guitarist from Billy Talent?
Everybody lit up like a Christmas
Wow.
tree. But no, like obviously, yeah, I do think you guys have something special in that shop.
Yeah.
And you know what?
I'm super proud of it because we had a few shops open up close to us, and every day I get this, aren't you guys worried? Look at over there. Aren't you guys afraid? Is that your competition? And I just like, you know what? I want everybody to do well, and I want everybody to succeed in the industry, and I'm not here to take that away from anybody. But we will work hard to become the best in the area, and if you read our reviews, it shows. We are the top in the Whippy, and that's a fact. So, and I'm not afraid to say it because we worked really hard for that.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like this is like the Christmas Star Wars special that was just like a Coca-Cola advertisement or something. We're just going, go get tattooed at Against the Grain.
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
But dude,
that's where I got my last tattoo.
That's where I've got
Yep.
the majority of my tattoos.
I don't remember that, but I do know that I seen that picture on the podcast picture there, and I thought, who would get this tattoo?
It's very silly.
And it's
very, very silly.
Beautiful.
I was going to ask you about. Are you worried that your neck is going to hurt?
It's not the neck, actually. It's the right side of my back is like extremely injured badly, and it's this is a serious conversation right now. It's really, really bad to the point where I get like sick if it really pops off. And there's nights where I should be in the hospital, to be honest. So what happens is, because you're bent over all the time and your posture is really poor and you're not, building your core muscles. And we didn't go. Tattooers are unhealthy. They don't eat properly. They don't go to the gym. They don't sleep. So they're terrible to be in a relationship with. What's that?
Josh is like the healthiest human being ever.
Yes, but he is now that we've gotten to our 30s. But when I met him, he was not at all that. Anything opposite of that, he was. So I had to go to serious doctor's appointments and stuff to figure out what the hell was wrong with me. Turns out it's an over injury, so it's never healing because you're twisting, turning, bending.
Like repetitive stress injury.
Repetitive strain, yeah. So when it inflames, and I thought putting heat on it felt really good, so I'm like, okay, it's calming it down. It actually makes the blood vessels go faster and kind of make it worse. It sends the blood straight to the muscles. So I didn't know that, so I'm freaking like dying, like, oh, I thought this was supposed to help. So ice. So you got some, right? So there you go.
Oh yeah. I've been.
His asshole has a repetitive stress.
You have
injury.
one too?
Yeah, I mean, but that's not from that.
Oh, right. It's from looking over the fences at the high school.
I've been like getting more into like drawing and art and stuff, and so I find myself, hunched over a lot. Like, and I'm feeling the effects of it, and it hasn't even been that long. I don't do it all day, every day. I can't imagine.
Yeah, I've been almost doing it for almost 10 years. I think it's 8 or 9 years, but also almost 10 years. I like to say a decade to make it sound cooler.
Yeah.
But it got to the point where I remember I was just dying in pain, and as I'm there, I'm like, I'm signed up for the gym. I signed up right away on the couch. I'm signed up for the gym. The next day, I was there, and it was a light workout because I was in pain all night, but and that really has helped me. And knock on wood, I haven't had an incident in like just almost like under a year, because I'm constantly like exercising. So that's my advice to you. If you want to make sure that doesn't happen, like I would nip that in the bud now, because it is severe pain. I was on like bad medication for it. Like, and I don't like taking shit.
Gym rat.
You're not?
I gave that up in my 20s. I traded it for pizza and booze.
No,
for
it's
about
a good trade.
15 years.
It's not bad, actually.
I gave up the booze, but the pizza stuck around.
You can have pizza, but can you at least get the core strengthened a little bit and get that muscle?
No.
Okay,
no.
well, I tried.
No.
What you have to do is you have to develop colitis. So you cannot eat pizza anymore because it makes you spread.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah,
what they need to do is just ban lactate, and then I would just.
Can you make a healthier pizza, or you just like the grease?
Make the pizza.
Oh, you don't. Kind of an Italian, are you?
Says I buy the pizza.
He's not Italian.
Oh, the mustache could have fooled me. I don't know.
No.
Looks like a pizza.
No,
maker.
I buy my pizzas from the pizza man.
Nice.
And
what's a go-to, or
just cheese.
No,
what's a shop?
Domino's?
No. For me, it's I'm in Detroit.
Rhodey's face.
Rhodey hasn't had a pizza in years.
I'm just thinking about how Fritzy's ancestors came from a place where there was no sun ever.
That's
not Scotland.
No sun. Yeah.
No sun. I figured
But
there
also
was like
Yugoslavia. They have sun, right?
Do they? How far north are they? Are
They have a sun.
No.
And
Yugoslavia.
I was trying to make a joke there, but no, you gotta slow down on the pizza. You know.
I can't. I
Speed
really
up
do
on the
need
pizza,
to.
dude.
Oh, speed up.
Yes, I need to do one or the other. I need to commit one way or the other.
Yeah, fully commit to pizza, dude.
Fully go for the pizza and just be like, I live on a sofa now for the whole rest of my life.
Who the hell am I? Like, yeah, you know what? Just eat whatever you want. I don't give a shit.
And when you die, get like Gilbert graped out of your house.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly. That's like, you gotta commit. And
gotta
right
commit.
now I haven't. Like, I keep going back and forth.
So Frank, we're gonna get out of tattooing a little bit here.
That's
with
okay.
This next question, and we're gonna jump right back into the Jesuit stuff.
Beautiful.
So you were on local access TV.
I was, and you know what? Only the police watched. No.
That's pretty much who watches that. But like honestly, like I'm not making fun of you at all for that. I think it's sick as hell.
You know how that
local
happened?
access TV. Please tell me more about it.
Oh, I would love to tell you, because you know how that happened. One of my good pals. I'm not saying his name because I know you know him. And how do I say this? I'll tell you later. I'll text you later. So I'll tell you why I can't say this, because he was there was somebody on, I don't know if they matched on Tinder or something, and they were chatting, whatever, and she was just like, I'm a host for I don't know, some Rogers TV show, and he goes, oh, I know someone perfect that would go on your show. And she's like, well, I'm open to it. So he texted me, he goes, I met this girl, I don't know if it's gonna work out or not. Here's her info.
Cool.
And then that's how I got on Rogers TV, and it was super cool. It's so weird. I mean, you guys are pretty famous, so. But
No.
oh, okay. Hey, I think you
Probably more famous than Rogers Access TV
I
show
would say like
host.
3 people watched it.
My
mom
fucking
didn't even
dad's
watch
more famous. But
So that's how it happened.
how easy does it seem to get a local access cable show? Does it seem hard?
No. Yeah, I think you just have to be desperate enough, and you can do it. But I think it's hard.
How desperate? Do you want to try and get one?
You want one?
Let's try and get one.
Me and you?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go on the show?
Well, no, I want to get one.
Oh, you want to get like a...
He wants his own show.
I want your
want
own
one.
network.
And I want you on it. I want you wearing like a headset with the mouthpiece, and you got a clipboard.
How difficult... So you're not talking
And
about
every
how
now and
difficult
again-
is it to get on TV. You're talking about, let's make
No.
our own show. I can
Let's
set
get-
that up.
Let's get a fucking local access TV show. We
I
got Fritzy
think-
call in.
So here's the thing. When I went there, I was picking her brain about that because I saw the same opportunities you just said. And she goes, a lot of these people are volunteers. So it's not like we like have all this money to like make these shows. A lot of them are volunteer. I don't think she is, but
Let's volunteer some time.
I mean, that's what we're doing right now. I think honestly, I think TV's dead, man. I think this stuff is just a little bit.
You know, like I think we could bring TV back to life, starting on Channel 2.
I don't know, man. I think TV's dead. I did it for an opportunity, but I don't think it really did anything for my career. So there you go.
Listen,
You should do it. You should recreate U62. Weird Al.
oh, yeah.
UHF.
UHF.
That would be good.
And you got to have like the find the marble in the oatmeal, and
Yeah.
That's probably a full-time job right there, making a TV show.
Dude, we could do a weekly show
Yeah.
where it's so much fun. As long as we can have full frontal nudity.
Well, you know what? You could.
You can?
Well, I mean,
I take it back.
not
I
on
take it
Rogers.
back. I take it back. I'm not showing my dink on TV.
No. Not a. Well, I mean, I'm sure you have in the past, but here's the thing. You could do that. Why don't you guys do like what you're doing now, but like be more like David Letterman-ish, where you got like 2 couches set up, the casting couch.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You do that, and then you just make it's just like this, but that's all it is. It's no different than this.
Well, Fritzy lives in Detroit.
That's easy. It's not far.
yeah, it's not far. I could commute.
We just have the
every-
station
once
like
a week?
Windsor or something.
Oh, that's
London.
far for me, though.
London.
I know. London? That's halfway.
London would be. That's halfway.
Okay.
London's half.
Nobody
What about
wants to go
Ajax?
there.
Where?
Ajax.
Can you push it to Ajax?
It's like 10 minutes away.
Can you
Get
put
out of here.
You don't want Ajax? All right.
No,
I
Nobody
think
does.
that's all my questions.
I have more questions.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry, Fritzy.
I do. I want to understand. How do you practice tattooing
Oh,
without a
that's
person to tattoo on?
That's an amazing question. Back in the day, it used to be you're on yourself. So you would just pick a leg and go for it. Or your friends. Now it's still some of that. Most people do that. It depends on your apprenticeship. But now they have different things. So I did pig skin for a while because I live on a I live on a farm, so I had access to butchers that could hook me up. Yeah. And hey, I thought it was gross too, but you know what? I did anything possible to make sure that hey, you just said really you eat a lot of pizza and shit. What?
You know what's really fucked? My question really says, do you practice tattooing on a hot dog?
No, pig skin.
I mean, that's kind of the same.
But that's what my question was.
He got you, dog.
On a hot dog.
It's the same. You can tattoo like the mustard lines on it or something. But you could, I'm sure. But people use fruits too. So you can use bananas. You can use grapefruits. You can use pomelos.
Dude, I want to get a mustard line tattooed on my finger.
That's you know what? When I said that, I saw your eyes light up, and you looked at your finger and you will do it too. That's how funny.
I looked at my penis first.
Oh,
and I thought,
not enough space. I don't think there's enough space for this.
It's not a mustard line. It's just a mustard dollop.
Yeah.
Just a dollop of mustard.
But yeah, so you use those techniques, and then shortly after, your mentor is supposed to tell you like when you're ready to take on. So you start with friends and family, and then you can take on smaller things that walk through the door. That is the most pressureful thing that I've ever done.
I bet
it is. There's nights where you're like almost freaking gonna do something. Like it is. You're like, I can't do this anymore. I quit. Many nights, Josh talked me off the ledge. Because I thought for sure that I was like, I can't do this. I'm just going to go work at the mall or something. Just because like, I messed up. I really messed up.
True. It's like someone's paying for this and I'm putting it on them permanently.
And they know you're an apprentice and they know they're paying a really small price, really low. Sometimes I'd be like, just tip me, whatever, just to get practicing. But luckily, this is going to sound so bad, but luckily we worked beside a rehab center and they made really poor choices. So we, okay. You laugh, but it's the truth. You can ask Josh.
It's wonderful.
Listen, they came in and they're asking for David Bowie lightning bolts and shit, and I'm just like, I don't know how to do that, but I'll do it. And I would just do anything they wanted. Oh, this Bible verse really helped me. Yeah, I can do that. Anything. And they're like, but all I got is $25, and it's like, I love $25. Let's do this. So that's how I practiced a lot of the time, just on crazy people.
That seems like an act of goodwill to me. Like,
they needed it at the time.
You're helping each other, right?
Sure. So
you're not taking advantage of addicts or nothing like that.
How did
they weren't addicts? They were in rehab.
Like big slabs of like fake skin to tattoo.
They do have those. Yes. What was they have so these guys called it's called a pound of flesh. They're actually people who created I really hope I'm not messing this up. If they created props for horror movies at first. So they would put your like hand in like this wax and whatever, and then it dries into a mold, and then they pour like this latex mixture. Yeah. And now they have it so you can have full hands. I'm not fully moved in here yet, but I have all the hands I've tattooed and stuff. And they have hands, feet, full body, like arms. They even have like lips and stuff if you're trying to do like permanent makeup, eyebrows, eyelashes, whatever. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's called the Pound of Flesh. And now they're coming out with like guinea pigs. Like for real, like a full guinea pig that you can tattoo. Like rubber ducks, a little like Cupid doll. Crazy stuff. It's wild.
Roddy's looking it up.
I am looking it up.
Pound of flesh. A pound of flesh.
Oh yeah, I found
it. Yeah. Do you see it?
Yep.
Sorry,
I'm just trying to see if they make dicks.
Go ahead.
They don't have. Well, okay. Well, that's just a dildo. You can get that anywhere on Amazon.
They make a naked gnome that's giving 2 middle fingers.
Yeah.
And he's like just pure flesh.
Pure flesh, baby.
He's like
tattoo his little butt cheeks.
He's purely flesh toned.
You know.
Like they make like dolls, like the actual. When
full on dolls, Cupid dolls, yeah.
I wasn't picturing like an actual like Cupid.
Do what you want with them after, but you know,
breasts.
They make breasts for so that's for people with breast cancer who have like who want to get like a nipple tattooed on them and stuff. So that's a very serious like you could do very well with that.
Rody.
No. I'm not saying that.
No, the majority actually are nippleless, and then there is one with nipples.
Yes, so you can learn how to like go around that because sometimes people just want designs that are around it, like a spider web or something.
Or a heart.
It's not the same as regular skin, obviously, but it's it's pretty damn close. I think the best stuff, if you're not going to do the pigskin thing or the hot dog, you're going to go for one of these. That's for sure. They're very expensive, though.
Yeah, it's not cheap. I'm looking at a naked tattooable cat.
Yeah, they have the naked Sphinx cats as well.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they can they have stands for a lot of this stuff. You can put like a hand on like a stand so that you could show it off at like conventions and stuff, and you can like display your work. $150 for the cat. Wow.
For that cat, a pound of flesh, tattooable naked cat.
I think you should get one.
I think we should try and get sponsored.
It's better than Fleshlight. I mean, you can,
just have like a whole bunch of like arms and shit laying around.
Yeah.
Is that
message them?
This is a untapped resource.
Message them if you want.
Used fleshlights for practicing tattooing on.
I should get you guys a sponsor. I could get you guys a tattoo equipment sponsor or something. That'd be cool.
What would that? How would we use it? Just tattoo
How would you
ourselves?
do it? No, you just be like at the beginning
podcast,
of every episode. Yeah, sponsored by this place. I'm not going to say their name because if they want to do it, they got to commit. But yeah, because you're tattooed guys, and
that's true.
By buckets of black ink.
I'll see what I can do.
What's the most painful tattoo spot?
I'm going to say the ribs. And I'm also going to say the feet.
Rhodey, what do you think?
I don't know if Rhodey can. You have your
I
ribs?
don't have my ribs or feet done. No.
Well, there you go. That's probably because of the painful ones.
Then I did just see a lovely lady in Newfoundland get her very first tattoo on her ribs.
How'd it go?
It went really well. She took it like an absolute fucking champion, but she has birthed 2 children, which I think
so.
is
There's
probably
the
worse
thing,
than
right? And people say
tattoo
kneecaps are bad too, like the knees.
I didn't find that too bad.
Yeah. So then some people like you that are mentally something's wrong with you say it's not that bad.
I always find healing worse than getting tattooed.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Just the uncomfortableness of it.
Exactly, like being itchy, like rolling onto it and it hurts. And like,
women do have a higher pain threshold, and they do a lot better at getting tattooed than guys do. A lot of guys come in all tough and whatever, and they're usually the ones to faint. So I kind of get your story of her going in there, and she had 2 kids or whatever, and that's probably way worse. Allegedly.
She was nervous as hell, and then as soon as it started, she was like, "Oh,
that's it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Do my ribs next."
Yeah. So there you go.
What's the weirdest spot that somebody's asked you to tattoo?
I tattooed the nether regions of some girl once. Just not fully on, but around and above and sort of on. And her first words were, "I hope my dad doesn't see this." But
why would he see it?
I don't know. She literally said that, and she's like, "This is why I have to have it hidden." And I was like, "Okay, well, we can find other hidden spots. Like, we don't have to."
Did you tattoo Kevin from Home Alone? Going,
no. It was just like a yeah. It was the 2 robbers on each flap. No, it was a stemmed rose, so it was like just a stem, a couple leaves, and then the bulb of the rose. And
the bulb of the rose,
literally. And she wanted it as low as possible. I said, "All right, let's do this." You know what? It's a very professional thing to do. It's not like that at all. I tried to explain that the other day to somebody. And and you know what? And she loved it, and that's what she wants. And at the end of the day, it's about the customer. So if they want it there, I do talk people out of a lot of stupid things, and that didn't seem that stupid. I was like, well, if she finds it attractive and whatever, I can't really. If she said I want this on my face, then I'd be like, okay, you don't have any tattoos. Let's relax.
Yeah, but first get your crotch tattooed.
Right. At least get some crotch credentials.
Crotch credentials.
There is not an untattooable part of the body.
No.
I think every single part of your body can be tattooed.
The only thing is if you do like your palms or under your feet or anything where the skin sheds a lot, actually under the feet would be very painful. They don't actually, it's not that they're untattooable, they're just, they don't heal as well. So there are areas of the body that you can, it also depends on the style and what you want. So if you want something that's fine line, you could do that on your arm or leg. If someone doesn't know what they're doing or isn't specialized in that, you could actually, that could just fall right out. It's gone. You know, so it's not that they're untattooable. Everywhere can be tattooed. It's just, will it last? So
the reason I was asking about that is there's one place that I suspect would be the worst place to be tattooed ever. Would be if you had some sort of prolapse.
Oh, now that would be technically internal tattooing.
That's a world record right there. I like that.
I
don't know anybody that's done that.
I'm sure it's happened, dude. I'm sure
we've talked about all kinds of weird stuff on here, and prolapse is one of them, and cloacas are the other one, and they I feel like go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Frank, are you familiar with the cloaca?
I was like, no. See, you know what? The last episode I listened to you guys was the last, what's it called? Something about eggs or something.
Oh, yeah, with Josh.
Yeah, with Josh.
Yeah.
So
but cloaca,
maybe I missed it.
Cloaca is just the, right, it's just the unihole that a bird has.
Yeah, birds only have one hole.
So lucky them.
Everything goes out of that. Eggs and turds and
everything goes in.
It's just a one, yeah.
That's correct. I mean, I don't know that birds have sex that way, do they?
What?
Do birds have sex through penetration?
Probably, yes.
Yeah, because how the egg's supposed to get all...
I always thought it got fertilized afterwards. I thought the male came around and peed on it.
Just shit on them?
Just peed on it.
No.
Just peed right on
No.
I need sexual education! That's how the man impregnates the woman, right? Through pee?
Yes, through
somewhere.
urine. My first tattoo is right here.
It's on wrist. That's wrist. Painful too. That's a painful area.
The worst part was the little curve on the big B right there.
Okay, yep, because that probably goes right, almost touches the hand there.
Yep.
Ooh.
And
ouch.
It took under 5 minutes to do. I was terrified in the shop because it was a very scary shop, and the guy who was tattooing me was a fairly scary fellow who had a nom de guerre. His name was Igor Mortis.
Ugh.
Like rigor mortis, but Igor Mortis.
Did you get your tattoo Hogwarts?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god.
And then when I went to get my second tattoo,
that didn't land.
I like that.
I don't know Harry Potter.
Oh,
you don't know, but you don't know Hogwarts?
Oh, I know the train. Isn't it a train?
Yeah, it's a train, Fritzy.
It's the castle. That's fine.
It's the whole damn school.
Hogwarts is
the goddamn school. You're familiar with those? No. So anyway, you got the. So you were very nervous with Igor.
Yes, I did. I did not. It was not the most fun experience, but like all of my brothers, all three of my brothers and I went and got tattooed together.
That's cool.
And then when I went to get my second tattoo, which is this thing on my forearm,
the arrow. Yep.
I went to a shop where I live, and it was such a different experience. It was more like a hair salon.
Yeah.
Than a tattoo shop. It
Those
had
are big.
Like nice chandeliers, and it's all female shop, and they just were the nicest people, and it was like Ella Fitzgerald playing, and it was so comfortable and the best. And I've gotten a whole bunch more tattoos there, and I love it.
See?
But I found getting this tattoo that I was like, it really helped me. I'm an anxious person in general. I have
me too.
High anxiety and panic attacks and all this stuff. And getting tattooed was like the most freeing hour or two of my life.
It is so weird. I totally agree with you.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like I think it has to do with like able to focus on a single thing, and you're able to block out everything else because you're focusing on like sort of a single point on your body.
Yeah, you're just focused.
But it just it was amazing.
I think it gives you a break. Yeah, I think that's what what you're you're thinking about every little line. Where are they now? I totally am the same boat as you. Like I struggle with that as well. Much better than I was before, but it creeps here and there. So the tattooing, it's so weird. I always thought like I could never. That's another reason why at the beginning I was nervous to get them, because I thought, well, I did it once before, but I forget. I'm scared that I'm gonna friggin' pass out or freak out or something. And then once I did it a few times, I'm like, oh, this is way better than having a panic attack or something. So it's like great, right? So it is freeing for sure. That's good, man. I'm really happy that you had a better experience at that place versus Igor.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. See,
But
that's
I kept his card because that fucking
Because you
name
hated
is
him
killer.
so much.
Well, it's just like
So,
I can tell that story all the time. Like,
can I ask
Igor
you?
Mortis.
I want to ask you this: Did you when you look at that tattoo, do you remember that experience from that shop all the time? Because I always wonder that about people. Like that's why we try to treat people a little bit better. Obviously.
Yeah, I mean, and it wasn't necessarily like a bad experience. It was just like it was very much sort of the cliche experience of like going to a tattoo parlor that's like
Right.
It's dark, it's dirty, it's the people in there are sort of everybody's dressed in black and covered in and I don't know, it sort of just fit that cliche, and then understanding that there are shops where it's like everything's bright and open and cheerful and happy, and like that's amazing.
Is this him?
Yeah.
Is that him?
Is that Igor Mortis?
Might be.
Healing fund.
Yeah, he got
Is he sick?
He got in a bike accident.
No.
Tiger Lily tattoo.
Yeah, that's the place.
Is it
Are you
really
good,
him?
bro?
Yeah.
Hold up 2 hands if you're good. Wait.
No, he's really fucked up.
Let me see him.
Oh no.
He's not tattooing anymore. You're lucky you got something from him. Now he broke his arm.
And now you got a rare piece.
Yeah, that's the place we went.
Oh man, I hope Igor's all right. Honestly,
Northeast Portland.
He's not.
oh, like it's
Sorry, I'm not trying to laugh at Igor.
Igor's got so bad bike accident, eh? Oh, it's too bad.
You had a bad bike accident, didn't you?
Not as cool as Igor's.
Well,
Did Igor fall off a friggin' 2-speeder?
Was your bad bike? Your bad bike accident was
I broke my. I
got hurt unicycling.
I was a professional unicycler back a year ago, and I don't do it anymore. But no, I got into biking a lot because of the exercise and the back situation that we were talking about previously. And so I fell off my bike and broke my elbow and smashed my arm, but I couldn't work for like 2 months. And it was with our healthcare over here. I'm sure you guys have it much better over there because you pay for it. I'm not getting into that. It was It's not true? Okay.
No, our healthcare here is
the healthcare system's a fucking mess.
Well, okay, well then we can ours is better maybe. So but the point is it's just the waiting is a long time. It's a lot of waiting. It's not the healthcare itself, it's the waiting. And it's not their fault, but whatever. So so by the time we figured out what the hell was wrong with me, he's like, "Why are you wearing that cast still?" I was like, "No one told me to take it off." So I had to do this rehab and
take it off.
Dude,
That's a good point, yeah.
He's literally just like, "Oh, what do you?" I'm like, "Well, I'm waiting to see the results, and I have to like have surgery or something." He's just like, "No, that was like 6 weeks ago when you fell." I was like, "I know. I'm trying to get an appointment to get an X-ray for God's sakes, and I've just been putting it in a sling like I was told." He's like, "Well, you should have took that off like 3 weeks ago. You got to get it moving, or it's gonna get stuck like that."
Oh fuck!
I was like, "Are you kidding me?" But that's why I say the healthcare is terrible.
Yeah, and that is a huge fucking
Aren't you a doctor?
problem with our healthcare system.
No,
Seeing
but here's the
specialists
thing.
is
It's a
very
different
difficult.
doctor.
Oh yeah, always.
When I went back, I went the first time. Oh, we got to check to make sure that we don't have to do anything, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do. Then I go back, and the guy goes, "You're good. Why are you still wearing that? Oh, by the way, I'm a different doctor than the other doctor that was here 7 weeks ago when your arm was healing."
It's always a different doctor.
So I had to go to a physiotherapy that the hospital did pay for. I'm grateful for that. And she told me, "You know what? It's never gonna be fully extended again. I'm sorry to say. We have to kick you out of the thing because they're paying for it, so they want me out."
Yeah.
And she goes, "I'm sorry, it's just never going to be, you're never going to fully extend it anymore." And joke's on her. I went to the gym and just slowly like lifted lighter and heavier weights and started light and
Nice.
and it hurt, but I did it. So I don't know if I believe him.
Yeah.
Like, while you're wearing that, you're never gonna move your arm again. And I was terrified because that's my job, right? So
Sure,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
but so yes,
the
I did
new
it by accident.
Do the new tattoo guns help with like the nerve stuff in your hands? Like less vibration.
That's hilarious that people think that because I've never had that issue. and people ask me that all the time. They're like, doesn't your wrist hurt? And it's like, no. They're much lighter than the old school ones. I don't know. And they're all tuned specifically for what your style is and what you need them for. So it's like if you're doing tribal, you're going to want something that punches pretty hard. If you're doing fine line, you don't want anything that goes too hard because you're trying to get that like nice light detail. And with thinner needles, they're sharper. So they go in easier, which means if you go too hard with them, it's going to blow out the lines into your skin and you're going to have that blue haze around your tattoo. So you got to really be careful. And you got to know how to do it. Back in the day, they used to teach you how to build machines and stuff. And you take your machine apart and put it back together. So that
like
that way,
fucking Jedi, dude.
Yeah, man. Take your lightsaber apart, put it back together, and that's how it used to be. But unfortunately nowadays with the TikTok trends, you could just buy a machine anywhere, and no one really knows how they work. You just this one's for shading, this one's for color packing, this one's for black and gray. Okay, and you just assume you never tune them or anything anymore. They're just built to last, and that's it. So I don't know if that's sad, but I wish I learned a little more about that. But I could give six shits about what's in a pencil. I just like to draw.
Yeah.
Like I don't
like
care.
you think about it, like in context of like people used to know how to fucking drive manual like crazy. Now nobody knows really.
Who cares? We don't need
And it's like, I don't care how to do that.
I don't know how.
You know,
Shift her into drive and press the gas.
Yeah. Your dad's telling you should learn how to drive standard. It's like, well, I don't need to.
Yeah, I guess I could.
You're right.
Could get a cheaper car.
You could. Nothing's cheap
there's
anymore.
there's benefits to it.
Nothing cheap anymore. You get your Tesla, you know. My car has freaking solar panels on the roof, for God's sakes.
I want that.
Yeah.
What kind of car do you got, Frank?
I have a 22 Sonata, and it's Hyundai, and it's hybrid, so it has half gas, half electric, and it charges with the sun and the wheels and everything. It's great. I should show you next time.
I love it.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
have an
changing.
EV too. I love my EV.
They're great. I put $20 gas and it lasts me like a month.
Holy
great.
fuck.
It's great. Hybrids
EVs are the best.
Are the best, and it's EV most of the time because I'm always doing stop signs and stuff, so I'm not going very fast. So it's EV like from here to work, which is like 20 minutes. So it's yeah. Anyway,
Cheese, you had one other question, I think, before.
You ever?
But that's before gifts. We have a game first.
Oh
yes.
So we have a game.
You ever?
It is a tattoo trivia game.
Okay.
Okay.
You ever try on a bucket hat?
No, that's later.
Oh.
Wait. Wait. After this.
Okay.
Okay.
So the Guinness World Record for the highest tattoo in terms of elevation.
What?
Like,
Is
like
this
above
part of the game?
earth.
Do I have to name the artist?
No, I'm going to tell you who has it. Who has that? Who got that tattoo?
The highest elevated tattoo. I'm thinking some.
And I got it's multiple choice.
Oh,
I think I know the answer.
Multiple choice. Is it Elon Musk?
No.
Is it Chris Hadfield,
No.
the astronaut?
He's an
I read his book. No.
Is it Tommy Lee, the drummer for Motley Crue?
He could have got it while he was flipping through the stone.
John
That's right.
Travolta.
Over here. John Travolta, welcome to the massage room. Sorry. I can't see Johnny getting any tattoos because isn't he Jehovah's Witness? He's a Jesuit, actually.
He might be a Jesuit.
Pretty sure he's a
right.
Scientologist.
Oh, one of those. I thought he was.
Yeah,
Scientology.
same
Same, whatever. You know, tomatoes.
They're all Jesuits to me.
All Jesuits
Yeah.
to me.
I'm gonna go with Tommy Lee.
It is Tommy Lee. He had a guy come on his private jet and tattoo him at 45,000 feet and submitted it to the Guinness Book of World Records.
I didn't know that. I think I listened to him on Joe Rogan, and he never mentioned that. That's a cool story.
The Guinness World Record for the longest tattoo session. Is it A, 24 straight hours, B, 12 straight hours, C, 60 straight hours, or D, 72 straight hours?
So 24 would be tricky because it's doable. You'd have to stay up 60 hours. Like if you were up that long.
What if the artist was trading off? No.
Oh, it's just like the one same
dude.
artist, same dude.
Same artist, same person getting tattooed. Straight through.
I'm gonna go with 60.
It is 60.
Yeah, it had to be.
24 seems too. That's some easy shit. Because you
The
can just not easy, but
Yeah, but very doable.
Doable, more doable
like,
than 60 seems ridiculous. And what was the other? What was your other multiple choice? Was there higher than 60?
72.
Nah, there's no way I'd fall asleep or something.
Yeah. The most popular tattoo subject, right? The whatever, like the theme or subject of a tattoo.
Okay.
Is it A, mom?
No.
B, hearts? No. C, roses? Or D, angels?
I would say roses.
Brody, what do you think?
I have fucking tons of roses tattooed on me. I think it's roses.
I have roses tattooed on me as well.
3 of them.
It is hearts and angels.
Really?
Oh.
B and D.
Hearts, I get. Angels, I barely do angels. Angel wings used to be a big thing, but
yeah,
dude, I was gonna say angels second because I thought a lot of people do memorial stuff, so it's probably,
are those
but
like
the hearts
little,
are easier?
Are the little like cherub babies?
Yeah,
that would
angels?
count as yeah.
Then okay.
But roses, like I get a rose like every week, so I don't know.
Right? Yeah, I mean,
I'm just going based on what I do.
I got a bunch of roses.
It's such an easy addition to like every sort of American traditional tattoo. It's just slap a rose by it.
Yeah.
And I still love it.
It's great.
Okay, final question. Which of the following in history or in like the history of tattooing has not been used in tattoo ink or as tattoo ink?
Piss?
Sure.
Is it A, piss?
B, blood?
B, insect eggs? C, gunpowder? Or D, my tears?
Okay, wow. Your tears? Like specifically yours? Tears?
Mine.
Have you used your tears to get tattooed with? Have you done that, Fritzy?
I don't know why he would say that and not make it. So this is a trick question, so I'm going to say gunpowder.
Brody?
Was it your tears?
I don't know. Your tears seem so obvious that like it's got to be a plain sight red herring, right?
That's the thing, because I feel like he cried in a.
I think it was the insect.
He deals with some stuff, so he's like, "Let me add my tears to my tattoo to represent that."
Yeah, maybe it was the insect stuff.
No, the correct answer is my tears.
You fucker! You fucker!
What?
But piss, insect eggs, and gunpowder have all been part of tattoo ink.
The gunpowder kind of worries me a little bit because that's.
Yeah,
but however, was that something beeped? However, that makes sense because in jail and stuff, you probably get a lot of that. It's like,
True.
Well, it was on sailing ships.
Ships, yeah.
Pirates,
right?
sailing ships.
So like this, I mean, like they made ink with everything. So
I mean, the one that
Carbon.
really threw me was the piss.
Oh, piss! That's in everything.
Yeah,
because they thought it was like sterile. It was like anti,
It's only sterile to the person who pissed it, though.
Right. But they thought it was like
back in the day, they used to have like a bucket in the sailors, and they just like rinse the needles in some alcohol or water, and just like who's next, and then
just rinse it in
so
grog.
there's some piss in there.
Yeah, I'm sure like acquiring the needles was fucking impossible, right?
Yeah, they had to recycle it a lot, and that's where the whole like rumor of like, oh, I hope you're not using the same needle on me, and it's like, obviously no, everything's disposable nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, people probably are doing that more now than ever, but it's those same people that are buying the guns off fucking Amazon and just like tattooing themselves and their friends. They're probably reusing needles.
Just scrub. Back in the day, you used to scrub them and then put them in as part of your apprenticeship as an apprentice. You scrub the tubes, scrub the needles, and then put them in an autoclave. But we don't have that anymore. Now they're just plastic, and you just throw them in the sharps container, and you take them to a pharmacy. It's so easy.
Not as easy as just throwing them in the garbage.
You could do that too, but you're not supposed to. I've seen shops that do that, unfortunately.
Poked.
Yeah. Well,
you're going to get the garbage man poked.
They're in a container and they're all sealed, but it's like, it's not right to do that. Or is it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, next time I have a box, you can do it. Don't do it.
All right, Cheese. I sent you your gift, but you have to ask the question first.
Okay, you haven't opened the gifts? Is this?
No, we've never seen them.
Oh, okay. So I got to vote, or
Yeah,
Yep.
so the question was, do you ever tried on a bucket hat? I don't know why.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's a picture of me wearing a bucket hat. And it says, alternative realities.
Realities.
Sorry. And then I have Fritzy tattooed on my chest instead of my son's name. And it says, let's see those hands, mister. So,
Ooh.
Fritzy,
Is
you're
that
gonna
going to
need-
be the cover of the episode?
Could be. But
I
then
think it should.
no one would know you were on it.
Oh.
Fritzy, can you explain this?
Yeah. So
I'm
it's
confused.
the title of this piece of art is called "I'm Your Son Now, Cheese."
Ah.
So I replaced your son's name with my name on your chest tattoo, and then also
I'm gonna send it to Frank.
You appear to be nude
I do.
in that photograph, with the exception of the bucket hat. And I assume that you were doing bad things with your hands to your nether regions. And so it says, let's see those hands, mister, because you're a bad boy
Oh, I just got it.
doing bad things to yourself.
Oh, there it is. Okay. That is the best tattoo job I've ever seen right there. It's, yeah.
The hardest part about it was getting rid of the other tattoo.
Now, here's the thing. I
You did a pretty decent job at that, to be honest. It's not that. That's pretty
Yeah, I
damn
think-
good.
Photoshop-wise, that's maybe the best work I've seen you do.
I would say. Let's see those hands, mister. Mm-hmm. Well, I like
You
this
got
one.
Caught. Yeah, it's an alternative realities.
Are you going to frame it or?
No, I'm going to throw it away.
Oh, okay.
You're
Well,
ready.
yeah, of course.
Right away.
I like it.
Okay, let me
Rhodey
just...
should frame it and put it right up next to his photograph of me.
You as a child.
Me as a baby.
You should. I like that. This is a beautiful gift. Did you you created that yourself? And it's a piece of art. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Can't seem
But
to
I-
get
You
my
can't get
art.
Last week,
Oh.
his gift to me was me as an octopus with dick tentacles. So
Well, that's not
I'm
very-
interested to see what this week is.
Oh, you made some art. Are you drawing?
He
lately?
made the coctopussy, and now what's his art? This
Let me
time?
see this.
Yeah, I sent that to Cage, and she said, well, where's the cock? Or where's the pussy in the coctopussy? I said, it's Fritzy. Fritzy's the coctopussy. So this week, I have done what I'm calling the shart,
Okay.
which is Fritzy
Oh no!
as a shark who did a shit in the water when he thought he was trying to do a little toot.
Okay.
I sent it to you as well, Frank. So
Did
can get a
you?
really
Oh,
good
I just
look
got
at
it. I just got it. Let's see. Okay. Look at this. Well,
So-
the blood, or no, it's the shit. Sorry.
It's shit, yeah. Please.
Okay.
Brody
well,
loves to.
There might
draw
be some
me
blood in
pooping.
it.
That's a
That's
very.
you. That's not me.
First of all, great line work. How's the streamline? Are you putting streamline on when you draw?
Oh,
that?
of course, of course. Yeah.
All right, that's cheating.
Is that cheating?
No. No, that's okay.
Because
No,
that
it's not
streamline
cheating.
is cranked, dude.
That's 99% streamlined. I can tell just by looking at this. That's my band, 99% streamline.
Oh yeah, that's a good bit.
And then you use a lovely brush down here for the shit smear because it's like supposed to be
yeah.
underwater.
It is, yeah.
So that's
So
nice.
it would float like a cloud, I thought.
Yeah,
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
yeah.
Isn't that nice?
I say the phrase "shark farts" a lot. Ah, shark.
Oh,
farts.
that's
You
why.
do?
Okay.
But that's. I mean, that is a legit shart.
Yeah. I think that shit came out, looks like it's floating in water. It's a little cloud
Yeah,
of shit.
it,
It's
it
perfect.
does look good.
Very realistic, as they say.
Yeah.
Beautiful. But yeah, I mean, these are both beautiful designs. Do I have to pick which one I like the most?
Yeah,
You do, yes.
You do.
Oh my god, I'm flipping through both of them. I mean, do you do this on every show?
We do.
Yep. Every guest has to choose. We have not been keeping good track.
Man, this is hard. I think I'm gonna go with the. I like the Fritzy tattoo one. Sorry to say, Roadster.
That's okay.
It's not that it's the streamline threw me off, but the no. It's almost too much shitting, and I don't see the butthole. So
Yeah, that's
you
true.
forgot to draw the butthole.
Whoa.
and I feel like he's a little too.
I don't even.
He's supposed to be happy. He's shitting himself. I
Butthole
get it.
is. Yeah.
Where
He
is the
doesn't
butthole
realize.
on a great white? You know, That's
I
good
imagine it's underneath. I'm just thinking about where it is on a fish. Like, it's not even that close to their tail. It's kind of just like belly, asshole, and then their tail.
stuff. Right. I'm sorry. I feel like if you just added some edits.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I did. I,
Okay,
I even did some shading. Like,
Yeah, you could have added some more. Like you just cartoonified. You could have added. You know, I love the high. You're pretty good at Procreate, though. I will say. I'm impressed.
I've been working a long time making pictures of Fritzy as cartoon animals, shitting
Right.
and having. Penis.
Do you have did you have a tattoo of? No.
Yeah, I got one of
Yeah.
Fritzy.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Where the fuck is it?
You showed me
There
before.
he is.
Hey, there he is.
There it is.
That's
Spook
so
and Fritz.
funny.
He's back. Spook and Fritz is
He dressed
right
as
there.
it for Halloween.
You also have a
last year.
minotaur doing a jig or something.
Oh yeah. He's just prancing. He's prancing.
Okay. Well,
He's hot.
he is pretty hot.
I love that you saw that last time.
I saw that. I go, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
He goes, it's a minotaur prancing. Am I supposed to what am I supposed to do with this information?
I love how you're acting like you're like indignant about it. When you saw it, you
was
were
like-
so happy. You loved
Like,
it.
oh, that's cool.
You
Yeah.
loved it, dude.
I did like it. I thought it was well done. That's the thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's freaking well done, but why?
Yeah, it's art,
all.
dude. It's art.
Art. It's art.
I
It's what
like
it
to
means
wear.
to you.
I like to wear art on my body, dude.
I have a crazy art piece behind me. Look at. It's a watercolor painting from Italy. Well, it's a print.
wow.
Sorry, that this guy did. Same name as me, and it's a
Porco
giant
Madonna.
back piece. And I think it's really cool. So yeah, you can like any sort of art. So I don't judge you. I'm just saying that the prancing and all that. But anyway, I
saying
think
you don't
maybe
like
next
prancing?
time I'm gonna pick your art. Maybe if you just try a little harder.
I couldn't have tried harder. I literally took
The
time-
Photoshop job though, like that took some time.
That's true. The Photoshop removing my tattoo and making it look like it says Fritzy in seemingly hair.
Right. I think that's
Now,
great.
now that I'm looking at it, he just fucking crudely scribbled it over there with like a fucking.
No.
It's crude. It's crude. It's nice handwriting, but he just scribbled it.
I didn't scribble it. The Fritzy.
If you zoom in, it's uncomfortable.
It's a font.
You typed it?
And then he like,
I typed it and then traced it.
You son of a,
oh no.
you son of a bitch bastard.
Everything is cheap and easy.
You've been using these fucking bucket hat pictures of me for a while, and I don't know
Yeah.
where you got them because it was
You send them to me. I have a bunch.
it was a series of pictures I took to show my brother-in-law Ty all my bucket hats.
Yeah.
I don't know why
And
you
you
have
sent
those.
them to me as well.
You have a lot of bucket hats, I presume?
I have a
He loves
plenty
a
of
bucket
bucket
hat.
hats. I've been looking for a bucket hat that fits proper for years now, and I just can't seem to do it.
What do you got there? Oh,
This is the
look at
closest
that.
one I got. You can't really see how bad it fits, but it's too tight on my head. It's too tight.
You look like a Jesuit.
It's a Jesuit's hat.
What's on it? Nothing. It's just a black hat.
Nothing,
Nothing,
just
yeah,
a
it's
plain
just a black-
black.
Oh, you know who makes great bucket hats? Tyler the Creator.
Oh, yeah?
It's called Odd Future. No, yeah, Odd Future. I guess that's what it is. Anyway, he has like donuts on them and stuff. It's great.
Wow. I just saw like
find
a
you one.
nice Leafs one on 47, whatever it is. You know 47? Mm-hmm. I make hats.
West 47,
West 47, that's right.
the knockoff store.
Just a little
Well, that's
lesser.
good.
But yeah, I think we've reached that time of the show where you got to tell our audience
Yeah.
to eat shit and go fuck themselves.
Well, I thank you guys for having me here, and I think the audience should eat shit and go fuck themselves.
That's awesome. Go get a tattoo from Frank at Against the
Yeah.
Grain.
Yes, I would be there. Follow me online at Art by Frank, and
That's true.
I'm not changing that tag. You know what? Josh always tells me, you should change it to something else or whatever. And I'm just like, you know what? We're just gonna, I don't know. I already have my business cards made, so I'm just leaving it at that. So you can find me there, and my new YouTube channel is coming out real soon is gonna be amazing vlogs and things like that on there. Like Roadie's vlogs are the best, but
Get it.
he's gonna have some competition in about a week or two. So let's
high quality.
maybe we could collaborate.
Yeah, all right. We'll do an
That would be great.
influencer meetup.
I like pretend to walk into you. You know, oh, who's this guy? The guy from Billy Talent.
You can also take a picture from your...
Is he she?